for reviews, he's the hungry ferret.
Hey everybody, so today we're going to take a look at the Stelton Theo. I wanted us to try this new brewer to see how it works. Is this form over function, or it's actually functional? So on the outside of the box you have information about the designer. The brewing guide is pretty simple. It's pretty much the standard pour over instructions. And the side that just says slow brew. So let's take a look inside. The top is secured with cardboard. You have the cover for the container. Here's the first piece, and here's the second piece. The bags are very nice. It has a nice texture and feel to them. Definitely high quality. And here's the bottom piece, which is like a server or carafe. On the website they call it a jug. The quality and workmanship on this piece is very nice. Everything's very clean, smooth, and consistent. This is what you expect from a high-end producer. There's a rubberized grip. It has a nice feel to it. The inside of the carafe is glazed and it's really dark. I increased the light output for you to take a look inside. And here's the second piece, which is the brewing chamber. This is where you put the filter and coffee. Also very nice. The inside is glazed nicely. There's no sharp edges. Everything's nice and smooth and consistent. There's also a nice rib pattern on the inside. The rib pattern is probably to channel the water. And this is a 3-hole dripper. And the package itself is pretty simple. It's just the 3 pieces. The cover goes on top of the carafe. It fits nicely and complements the piece. I enjoy using the grip. The grip has a nice feeling without it being too clingy. There's also a notch in the cover, which allows you to pour. This is probably to keep the heat from leaving the carafe. Either that or just laziness out of removing the cover. But I like to think the designer thought this out. The brewer chamber goes on top, but you notice it's a little wobbly. Not sure if this is intentional or a manufacturing problem. It fits. I don't feel like it's gonna fall. I just thought it would be a more solid fit. Let's go make some coffee. This brewing system uses a size 4 filters that is very common among supermarkets and stores. So we're going to fold it and place it into the dripper. I do notice the filter doesn't fit well in the dripper. It's kind of awkward. But we must press on. We do the standard filter rinse to get rid of the taste. But because it doesn't fit that well, you're going to have to be a little careful about that. And this is mostly ceramic, so it's going to take a bit of water to heat up everything. And here goes the coffee. We put in the recommended 40 grams. And the first thing we do is bloom the coffee. Just gotta make sure that all the grinds get a little wet to release the gas. And after the minute, we start the pour to finish off the remaining 600 milliliters of water. With the speed of the drip and the size of the dripper, it took roughly about 3 pours to finish up the whole thing. As advertised, this is a slow brewer. While the remaining water runs through, I took a reading of the temperature. At 150 degrees, it's not too hot for a quick pour. It will be difficult to hold for a long period of time, but it's doable without a mitt. And here's the nice fully finished hot brewed coffee. So let's pour it out and take a look. And here's the first pour. Oh, and a quick reminder, you can still pour the coffee with the cap on. Because of the slow brewing, I think it retained a lot of its coffee oils in the brew. You can see a fair amount of surface oil. If it's a good roast, generally oil equals good flavor. The deal actually produced a coffee that was very flavorful. It was actually surprising. It brought out a lot of complex flavors in the coffee bean and it was very rich and flavorful. For a pour over, I think it did very well. I believe the designer had put a lot of thought into this setup. The selection between the material, shape, and design. It functions very well, easy to clean up, and it looks great in the kitchen. I believe this setup will fit very well in a very modern looking kitchen. If you have a chance to experience this, I recommend it highly. When you get a chance, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.